Welcome, welcome, welcome to Secure the Bag, Week 7 NFL picks. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy get that money.
And your favorite third wheel, baby. Let's go.
Let's get
That's
it.
what's up. Doing the perfect intro, right? Getting down in the chair. Maybe we should do that. We should start just with blank backgrounds and then just hop in the chair, you know what I'm saying, when it's time. But no, that's what's up. We appreciate y'all being back with us. And you know what we're here for today? We're going to make all of our Moneyline picks for the NFL matchups for Week 7. And then we'll Strizzy and I will bring you guys some locks against the spread a little bit later on in the show. But first things first, we got to get into it and see how we did last week. It was a close one. You know what I'm saying? We were right in order, but Maarcus takes the crown for last week. So
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and switch this up. Maarcus, you're going to lead us into the picks, okay?
Cool.
I didn't even look at last week. For some reason, I thought I did really bad again. I didn't realize I had
I did too.
I was not gonna lie, I thought I did horrible last week. That's what's up. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was a weird week, but I kind of thought the same thing. Like when I was seeing the scores coming in early, I was like, oh man, like I'm going to be bad. So I'll take a 9 spot. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But shout out to Moms for leading the pack. She went 12-3 this week. And so yeah, congrats to her. And just as a reminder, you guys can play along with us. Go to our link in bio, go to our website, and hit up the Yahoo. And then whoever wins each week gets a Super Bowl square for the big show at the end of the year. So that's what's up. But we're going to go ahead and knock this thing out, starting with Thursday night's game. We've got the Jaguars at the Saints.
I think the Jaguars are getting hot right now, so I'm going to go Jaguars.
Yeah, that's what trips me out. I know quarterback Trevor Lawrence got hurt last week with a strained knee, but I feel like they're doing well in other ways to get this done. Saints just still don't look very good. I'm going Jags too.
Yeah, me too. Definitely going with the Jaguars. They're really building some momentum after coming back from London. They won several games in a row. So they're looking more like that team at the end of last year than how they started off this year. So I'm going with the Jags on that one. Moving into Sunday morning, we got the Falcons at the Bucks.
Divisional game. Bucks lost last week, so I think they'll bounce back. So I'm gonna go Bucks.
I'm going Bucks too. I think the Falcons are trying to starting to get found out a little bit with Desmond Ritter really struggling. So I'm going with the Bucks. They're a little bit more complete to me.
Same, yeah. I'm going with the Bucks. I think it'll be a big bounce back for them after that tough game against Detroit last week. They'll be glad to still be at home. And yeah, the Falcons, man, they gotta figure it out. I don't think Ritter's the guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for him, but
yeah,
I don't see it panning out. Next up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Chicago Bears.
I think Justin Fields is out, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
I'm going Raiders too. I was just literally talking to Ada about the guy that's going to be starting. I don't think anyone's ever heard of this kid before. You know what I mean? Let alone say us. But I'm going Raiders too. They struggle with it.
Right. The Bears struggle even with Fields. Without him, I think it's going to be a real mess. And the Raiders actually got a win last week. They're looking okay. Despite Jimmy G's injury, I think he will be back on the field this week. So I think I'm going with the Raiders as well.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Browns at the Colts.
I'm going to go with the Browns. They had a big win against the 49ers, so I don't think. And then sad news for the quarterback from the rookie quarterback from the Colts. But I'm going to go with the Browns.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Gardner Minshew, brings a lot to the table as a backup quarterback, but I just feel like they're not going to be good enough to get past that defense. So I think Browns win it with defense.
Same here. Yep, I'm going with the Browns. They have that winning formula. Not sure if Watson's going to be back or not. I hope he is, but even without it, they show that they can win games against good opponents without their starter. So
big win too.
Big win. All right. Next up, we got a divisional rivalry, NFC East, the Commanders at the Giants.
Crazy thing about this division game, no matter how they win this game, they're at home too. But I'm going to go with Washington. They had a big win next week. I think they're going to continue doing that.
It's what's tricky for me. Do we know who's starting? If it's Tyrod Taylor or Daniel Jones coming back?
Tyrod Taylor, I think, at this point in the week.
I'm taking the Giants then. I think they looked way better. I mean, I know it was still an offensive struggle, but that's against the Bills. I think Tyrod Taylor actually made the receivers look like receivers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking the Giants in this one.
Wow.
I'm going with the Commanders. I think Sam Howell is actually starting to play a little bit better, and he's showing why he got that starting job. So I'm going with the Commanders. The Giants are a pretty solid team, but they still just have a lot of work to do.
I think they still suck. I just think they look better than they have been. I think Tyrod Taylor. It's funny. I don't like Daniel Jones, but I think Tyrod Taylor make them look a lot better than he has over the last couple games. So
hopefully that wasn't just because he was going against Buffalo again. He was primed up for his ex-teammate. So
true that.
All right, next up we got the Lions at the Ravens. Tricky game here.
Yeah,
that's a real tricky game right there, man. But I'm gonna go Detroit on this one, man. I think the defense is gonna get after Lamar, and they're gonna pull it out, man. I'm going Detroit.
Me too. I'm going Detroit this one too. I think this is gonna really kind of show and tell exactly what Baltimore wants to do on offense because they've been really, really conservative. You know what I mean? And the Lions have a great run defense. So, but I think Lions get the best of them.
I'm going with the Lions as well. It just seems like the NFC is a little bit stronger than the AFC this year, and the Lions can score points too. Exactly. So if they do well on defense, I see that they can pull out this game. So sweet for the Lions there. That's crazy. Next up, we got the Bills at the Patriots.
That's easy. Bills winning that.
Agree. But Buffalo had a kind of a weird game last week, struggling against the Giants, but I think they killed the Patriots this week.
This will be a historically bad season for the Patriots. I think that the Bills, yeah, and I like Mac Jones, but I think he's going to be a casualty of this. I don't think he's going to make it out. You know what I'm saying? I think it's over for him. That's tough, but yeah, the Bills in this one easy. All right, next up we got the Cardinals at the Seahawks.
Seahawks have the better team, and they home too, so I think they win this one big.
Yeah, division game too. Cardinals, for whatever reason, still play better away. But I kind of feel like the Cardinals are trying to come back down to earth a little bit. You know what I mean? They started off real competitive, and I think their last couple of games have been kind of getting blown out in the second half. So I'm going Seahawks.
Yeah, they. I agree. The Seahawks are the better team. Cardinals, you know what I'm saying? They're doing okay for their new coach, but they are who we think they are.
Yeah.
All right, moving into the afternoon, we got the Steelers at the Rams.
Man, Cooper Kupp is back, man. They got the other guy, I forget his name, but he's doing well too. So I think that secondary is weak. So I think they're gonna throw the ball on these guys and win.
Yeah, I feel you on there. You're talking about Atwell and Puka Ducal and Atwell. Yeah. They held it down while Cooper Kupp was out, and Cooper Kupp missed a beat. He came back first game like 150 yards. His last game like another 100-something yards. Like he's back as number one, man. So I'm Rams too.
I'm going with the Rams as well. Only thing to really note here is the Rams don't really have a running back after Kyron Williams went down. Yeah. They definitely prefer to throw the ball, and they're great at throwing the ball. But when they have a running game that kind of helps the play action, that helps. So we'll see. But I still think they should be able to get it done against the Steelers. Yeah. All right, next up, this is always a fun one. The Chargers at the Chiefs.
I think it's going to be a great game, close game after they lost Monday night. But I think the Chiefs has too much power, and they'll win.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chargers, for whatever reason, always probably play their best game against the Kansas City Chiefs, but Kansas City always wins by field goal, dog. So it's going to be close, and Kansas City's going to get the dub.
Yeah, same here. I'm going with Kansas City, especially at home. The Chargers, man, they have talent as always, but man, their coaching is just not there yet to win big games like this. So
is this Justin Herbert's third coach in 5 seasons, right?
Third offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Oh, offensive. Okay. Yeah, it's all bad.
They're I know we'll talk about it later, but their offense is like our offense last week. Last year. What they shouldn't have did, they do, and it's like, wow, I'm happy that he's gone over there.
Exactly. No, that's so funny because Maarcus, we didn't get your thoughts on the Monday night game, but I feel like I was almost scared, like, oh, Kellen Moore's gonna pull out all his bag of tricks, like, and then he's just stayed the same, like he did what he always does.
Yep.
And I did think it was kind of funny that last interception came on a comeback route, which is like the same route that Dak threw like half or more of his interceptions last year. So still ain't learned on that one. All right, let's keep it moving though. We got the Packers at the Broncos.
I'm gonna go to the Packers on next one. It's kind of tricky too. I feel like Green Bay started off really hot, and they've also slowed down. They got some injuries. But I just feel like for whatever reason, Broncos can't finish games. So I'm going Green Bay too. Yeah,
I'm going Green Bay as well. Jordan Love, though, he needs to get back right. Last couple of weeks, he's been having a lot of turnovers, a lot of interceptions. The first 2 weeks, he came out like gangbusters. I'm hoping to see that version of Jordan Love this weekend.
Likewise.
All right, next up, we got Sunday Night Football. This will be a fun one. We got the Dolphins at the Eagles.
Ooh, I didn't know they was playing this weekend. That's gonna be nice, man. Ooh, I'm going Dolphins, man. Let's go.
This one was really tricky. I think Eagles lose back to back. I feel like the secondary for the Eagles is going to be the deciding factor in this. They don't have no one who can hold Waddle and Tyreek. So I think it's going to be a crazy high scoring game. Definitely taking the over. I got Dolphins.
I got the Dolphins as well. You know, I think that the Eagles are physical on defense, but over the course of the whole game, they're not going to be able to outscore the Dolphins. They're not going to be able to keep up with them. And I know that the Dolphins have been on prime time a little bit with this new coach, but I feel like not too much, right? So
the first time. This is it right here.
Yeah, I think this is really the first time he's going to show people. He's going to want to show people because it's always that, you know, that early Sunday game when they're scoring like 50 points, but you don't see it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They normally, I think they did one last year, but they wouldn't help this. Tyreek was out or Tools out, but they all gonna play. This gonna be nice. And if they smart on this game, I think the coach he gonna do this. He's smart. Don't give him all your stuff the first half. Wait till that late third quarter and then start throwing to Tyreek. They're gonna be like, "What's going on?" You know,
that's what exactly. Don't let him make those halftime adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Don't show it to him in the first quarter.
Don't show him too much, man. So
exactly. No, I like that. I definitely got the Dolphins as well. That'll be a tough game, though. That'll definitely be fun to watch.
I can't wait to watch that game, though. It's not in my team, but I'm excited to watch that game.
Yeah, right. It should be a good one for sure.
Yeah. Most definitely. All right, Monday Night Football. This will be an interesting one as well. We got the 49ers at the Vikings.
It's a good bounce back game for the 49ers. They highly lost to the Browns. They're going to destroy the Vikings, though.
I agree. Definitely a good bounce back game, especially with Debo hasn't been rolled out yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to take their time with McCaffrey. So it'll be a good bounce back game against a horrible defense to just get back right.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm going with the 49ers. Vikings just look bad, man. This is probably it for Kirk Cousins. And I'm really hoping McCaffrey does play selfishly for the fantasy side.
Right, for the fantasy aspect.
But I can see, you know, they got running backs and the system is geared like whoever's there is going to do okay, right? Yeah. You know, he takes it over the top, but still their play calling system, they're going to get their chances. So yeah, 49ers on that one. All right, that's what's up. That's it for the money line. Not too much variety in our picks. So we're about to see what's really going on, but we're going to get into the second half of our show here, talk a little bit about we just did our money line picks, which is basically just picking who's going to win the game. But now we're going to move into our spread against the spread, where we have to pick considering an adjusted score. So we always like to go through this and just kind of walk through this. If you have a -2.5 and you're the favorite, that means you have to win by 3. So you're basically just taking that final score and just subtracting the points or adding the points to whatever team to see if they really won or not based on that adjusted score. So that's what we're about to do. Last week, Strizzy hit with 2 bags, got the Dolphins and the Lions, so 2 out of 3. Great job. Let's go ahead and walk through the picks for this week.
Yeah, most definitely the first year. Raiders, yeah. So like I was saying earlier, I feel like the Bears kind of really struggle even with Justin Fields, and Justin Fields is having a great season these last 2-3 games. But without him, I don't think they really stand much of a chance. So I'm taking the Raiders at the -3 favorite. I think they definitely can win by a field goal or possibly even more.
For sure.
So this one, at first I was thinking Ravens because they have to somewhat try to figure out, but I'm kind of gearing a little bit more towards the Lions right now. But honestly, like I said earlier, the Ravens really need to kind of figure out where they're going with this offense, right? They got rid of Greg Roman last year, and they hired the offensive coordinator from Georgia, but he runs kind of the same offensive scheme a little bit. And I think if they lose to the Detroit Lions, it'll really kind of like change the way they go for the remainder of the season and change that offense up. But I do think Ravens are good enough with Lamar to win that game too, and it's at home.
Got you. Okay. And then last up,
Bucks. Yeah, definitely a bounce back game. It's a division game. Like I said, I don't really trust Ritter very well as far as the quarterback goes. And if they take away the passing game, and if they can take away the passing game with one-on-one and flood the box, I don't feel like the Falcons even have a chance. So I'm thinking Buccaneers in a nice little bounce back game in this one.
All right, I like that. Maarcus doesn't have locks for this week, but he did hit on the Chiefs last week, so that's what's up. Now we'll jump into my locks. I was able to get the Browns and the Texans as underdogs, and we talked about it, man. We took the Browns on like all of our cards as the underdog. Ended up winning outright. I wish we would have taken the money line, but it is. we'll take the bags where we can get them. This week, I got the Dolphins. They're actually an underdog against the Eagles, but I think that they're going to win this game. I think that they're going to score too many points. And in prime time, like Strizzy, like you said very accurately, the Eagles secondary is just not going to be ready for that.
Yeah.
If the Jets outscored them, imagine what the Dolphins can do. So
right.
I'll just leave it like that. Also, next up, I got the Rams. The Rams -3 over the Steelers. This could end up being a push, right at 3. I'd feel more comfortable with 2.5.
Yeah.
But I do think that the Rams, have the better offense. I think that they'll score more points. I think that they'll win the game. So I'm pretty comfortable with 3. That should be all good. And then my last one is the Raiders. So I'm with you on this one, Strizzy. The Raiders by 3 at Chicago. The only thing that can really maybe stop the Raiders is the weather. If the weather's weird or something like that. But other than that, I feel like they're just going to be a little bit too much for the Bears. So, so that's my 3 locks. And then real quick, fantasy-wise, make sure that you get your people swapped out. But we have a lot of bye weeks this week. We have 6 bye weeks. So, a lot less games, not a lot less games to pick from. You know what I'm saying? The pickings are kind of slim. The parlays don't get as big, but that's all good as far as that goes. But yeah, lots of people getting some well-deserved rest. And Strizzy, both you and I, both of our teams on the bye week.
I know.
It's kind of sad, like honestly, even last weekend, not to be funny, but I love my Cowboys, man. And when they play on Monday night, I'm watching Sunday games and I'm just like, man, when is the Cowboys game?
Yeah, exactly.
I love watching football and I'll watch, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, but it's nothing like watching your own team when you're really investing in those guys and seeing what's up and seeing how it's going to go. So, so it's a little bit sad, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay. I think both of us are using this weekend as an opportunity to, get out and do a little bit of different things, So that's good. You know what I'm saying? It's a break for the players and for us a little bit.
Definitely. Like my 6 weeks of misery, you know what I'm saying, for me, you know what I mean? So give my anxiety a break, so my blood pressure a break.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully they can get it together, man, and do some studying and come back and ready. But I know they'll get a win or two, but it is pretty crazy though with the Bears getting their first round pick. Like, dang, the Bears might end up with the first 2 picks of the draft. That'd be crazy.
Literally, I'm telling you.
Real quick peek at our money line and our bag records for this week or for this year so far, on my bad. And we're each just separated by 1 point on the money line. So it's very close right now. So we've been doing a great job with that, but it's going to be interesting to see who will rise to the top, you know what I'm saying, over the long haul. But that's where we're at right now. And yeah, Maarcus, I was going to ask you though, real quick, yeah, just if you did have any thoughts or any takeaways from the that Cowboys Chargers game, I kind of wanted to take that, use that to kind of close us out today.
Yeah, I'm happy we won at the end of the day, but I don't like how we won. I thought we should have blew them out. We had chances to do things. I think the penalties was crazy that game too. It was like we had 11 penalties, and I would say maybe 6 of those was a penalty, and the other ones wasn't. And I didn't like how at the end of the game, the way we play football, maybe they change the rules. When a guy's trying to catch the ball, you get interfered. It's either a re-kick, right, or it's a penalty. Like he can't catch the ball player. So I was like, even though I got touched it, I thought we would get a re-kick because you don't supposed to touch him. So I was like, what's going on with that?
I know. So I guess because that the Chargers guy technically did not run into Turpin, the punt returner. He just blocked that guy into him. They didn't call it as kick catch interference, but to me, I kind of thought that it should have been 2.
Like a re-kick. Like I thought it used to be a re-kick or something.
Yeah, like he's stepping up to catch the ball and he gets ran into before the ball gets there. Right. So that was really curious, but I'm still surprised like how that ball bounced and not anybody touched it
that's
until
crazy.
Tolbert. Like, but it's too bad because I understand Tolbert, like in the moment, like just being like, oh, I need to get on top of that football because it's just bouncing free. But if he would have not touched it and San Diego touched it, it would have been down basically right there, just like a normal punt. So he didn't have to get into the mix, but I think he was thinking the same thing, like, oh, they ran into our guy. Let me just make sure I get the ball real quick. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, that's a great point, man. The penalties were really bad. Honestly, I still don't even understand how you're an NFL player and you're lining up offsides. Like,
this is crazy.
It's like we've had multiple offsides penalties lined up in the neutral zone. Like, multiple games this year. I'm like, do y'all not see where the ball is?
The 49ers game too was really bad too with the offsides calls. I was like, damn.
Kept lining up offside. So I'm like, I don't know if that's a Dan Quinn thing where he's like, I want your ass right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, well, how can we keep lining up offsides? Because that's not an effort penalty. That's just you're not lining up correctly.
That's a mental. We call them mental error penalties. It's like you're not paying attention.
So hopefully we can clean that up. But you're right though, Marcus. It could have been a whole different game without that late fumble and just a couple of the opportunities to score. Man, it could have been a blowout, but I'll take it.
I'm happy to see City got involved. I'm happy to see him doing what he do. Like they should know, like just throw him the ball. Like he's that guy. So I can see maybe second year you won't do that, but he's playing long enough. He showed you he's that guy. Just throw him the ball. Like just throw it up there to him and let him do his thing. So
I feel the same way. I was good. They were getting him the ball. They're getting other people's involved, getting Cooks involved. The only thing is, I'm sad to say, but I'm like Gallup has got to get less targets, man. He's got to slide down a little bit, man. Because he's not. Yeah. Ever since those injuries, he's not looking the same.
Right. I think with Cooks being there, I feel like his target should really fall off. Like I feel like I hate to say it, but I feel like Gallup should kind of almost be a relief guy now. You know what I mean? Like when you run a couple, plays or whatever, some guy's tired, I need a quick breather, you bring Gallup in. Because Cooks has been the guy, on his own team for years. So he's coming to be number 2 behind CD. And we talked about this on Tuesday's show. Like I was just finally happy that Cooks finally got involved because I feel like he's so good to not be. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you though. Like Gallup had a lot of targets, but he wasn't making the best of them. You know what I'm saying?
And he's just not getting separation. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But I liked it though. I felt better about going into a bye with that than another loss. Yeah. But I do hope that Mike McCarthy considers giving up the play calling. I know he won't. But man, his offense.
He has to though. Like, he has to do that because even it showed like Pollard is not a run type of run back. We had that other guy back there. Let him go up the middle, and Pollard showed you when he get on the outside, he can make things happen. Quit running him up. You're gonna kill him, dog. He won't last for the playoffs. So I'm saying like quit throwing him up the middle. Yeah, like quit throwing him up the middle, give him outside touches. He's got to do that. And then once he do that a little bit, then they try to play outside. Then you get him on the inside, but don't just always just stuff him up there to get stupid.
Yeah. Not to mention, isn't your guys' best offensive line your left tackle?
Right. Yeah.
So
run behind that. Like seriously. I don't know. No, I agree. A couple of drives, we had some 3 and outs where literally it was run up the middle, first down, run up the middle, second down, and then throw on third down.
We got to throw the ball. They got that covered already. Duh.
Yeah. So I think I don't know. I just think his offense is old and stale, so it needs to get let
him go. Just him getting hired was never like, all right, we got Mike McCarthy. I was like, I'm hired, like he sucks.
Yeah, I know it is hard, right? Because it's like we've been talking about this, where it's like, man, it's like I don't know.
I need him, and I need what's his name,
Lewis.
Jordan. They gotta go. Like I hate seeing him on the field. Like he gets killed every time. Like that one touchdown, he didn't even make an effort to get to Keenan Allen. Like he just ran. Like what are you doing? Like you supposed to run with this dude. He's running over here. What are you doing? He was so cool. He's too cool for me. Yeah. I don't want to say that, but he got tear ACL again or something. Dog. You gotta get out of here, dog. You gotta go.
No, I feel you. I would feel more comfortable with something else back there, but no, I'm glad we could get your takeaway about the Cowboys losses. We talked a lot about after the 49ers, but still it's good to be on the right side of that win-loss column. So
yeah,
that's what's up. But we appreciate y'all rocking with us. That was our picks for Week 7. We'll be back with episode 217 of The Big Show on next Tuesday. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy.
And your boy Maarcus, man. Let's go, man. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.